It has become a bit of a game to me in my adulthood. From my clothes to my home decor, feeling joy over how many times I can secure wide-eyed compliments like, "You paid what? No way. That looks too good." Like the brown and silver vases I purchased from Publix, yep, the grocery store, at $12.99 a piece when my kids were mere babies, the ones that sat on my mantle for years. My heart leaped every time I heard the words, "You mean the grocery store, Publix?" I'd grown so fond of my talent in shopping over the years, it had become a trusted and dear friend. So when God began to talk to me about how shopping had gotten too high on my priority list, I balked at the ludicrous suggestion. I don't buy expensive things. I have not, and I do not put our family into debt. For 20 years, up until a few months ago when it became a work necessity, I didn't even own a credit card. It felt ridiculous to think of shopping as a problem for me or for God. I was worshiping Him. I was loving Him, doing full-time ministry for Him. I felt like He should really let me have this one. We stayed at a stalemate. Life went on, and I flew to Honduras to serve God some more. I spoke to a crowded room full of people with a Spanish interpreter, kissed the cheek of a woman who was days away from dying with cancer, with no meds to ease the raging pain inside her bones. I wrapped my favorite necklace around the neck of a local woman who could speak to me only through her eyes and hugged her tight enough to say, "I love you," with my arms. See me loving you most, God, I thought in the quiet of my mind. See how I'm not bound by my love for things and can even give up my favorite necklace? See how you're over all of my life? I felt proud of myself for all the ways I was putting Jesus at the top of my list. I came back home to the U.S. to a waiting family, a warm bed, and a full closet, which dug at me a little after the poverty I'd just seen. But I wasn't unaware. I knew I had plenty. I just didn't see my plenty as any type of competition with God. The two were most certainly not connected because I was a good Christian woman doing good Christian things. Meanwhile, my closet was packed to the brim and could sometimes be annoying. Hanger behind hanger, clothes I had never worn and forgot I had, with tags still on them. Even with the few pounds I'd lost from being in Honduras and experiencing the unfortunate stomach incident due to some soured tres leches cake, I was still a bit heavier than usual. And I was at a loss as to what to wear to an upcoming speaking event. My crowded closet wasn't making it easy on me. So I called Sherry. Sherry, the bubbly redhead, is one of my most favorite friends. She also happens to be a fashion stylist, which is convenient for times like this. Not used to inviting people into my closet, getting clothes advice, or making SOS calls, I trust Sherry. Little did I know her coming was actually the date Jesus had marked on the calendar to put a stop to my lingering denial. Good thing I knew little, or I probably wouldn't have asked her to come. But Jesus does us the biggest favor when He puts a stop to things that are secretly chipping away at us. Tough love comes in different forms, and sometimes it looks more like the sovereign ordaining someone to find out your secret than like your non-confrontational best friend finally getting enough moxie to tell you some hard truth. "Oh, my word, you have so many clothes, Lisa," Sherry said, thumbing through my clothes with wide eyes and that signature Sherry laugh. "I do?" I asked sincerely. I knew I had plenty. I just couldn't imagine a clothes person such as Sherry thinking it was a lot. And that was the moment. Sherry meant and thought nothing of her passing comment. She wasn't there to judge, nor is she the type. She was already back into her great outfit search, chatty and unaware, but my mind had now escaped us. I could see nothing but gross excess. Clothes I didn't wear, clothes I couldn't fit into, clothes, and shoes and hats and bags too. At some point, I'd bought all of them, probably for a bargain, and I'd probably felt proud. I'm not proud now. I'm embarrassed. For months, God had been readying my heart for Sherry's passing comment to be my moment of cataclysmic conviction. It was not about the amount of money I spent on clothes or items for my home. It wasn't